Everyone's looking for like the quick fix, like the how do you get results overnight? Like, and there is no such overnight success thing. Everyone knows that in business, but for some reason, when it comes to LinkedIn or content, they think there is a magic bullet.
Today, I have the founder and CEO of Impaxs Marketing, a creative agency that helps build companies through trust and attract their dream clients through video content. This man has over 31,000 followers on LinkedIn. He's doing great on TikTok and YouTube as well, with over 15,000 on each of the platforms. So I'm super excited to have you on today. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What do you think are the factors that made you successful on LinkedIn versus others that kind of try and don't really get that momentum?
One of the biggest reasons that I was able to be successful or find success on LinkedIn is because I was willing to put myself out there more than just about anyone else. For me, I didn't care about failing. I didn't care that I looked stupid, that someone called one of my educational skit videos blasphemy on LinkedIn when I first started putting them out. Like, I did get some, negative comments. It didn't perform right away, but for me, I was willing to think outside the box. The other side of the reason that I found success on LinkedIn is, are you willing to stay consistent over long periods of time as you put yourself out there? I stayed consistent. Once I decided I was going to do video and put myself out there and bring my unique personality to the LinkedIn feeds, and I've been consistent every single week, showing up with video content since I made that commitment in early 2020. Everyone's looking for like the quick fix, like the how do you get results overnight? Like, and there is no such overnight success thing. Everyone knows that in business, but for some reason, when it comes to LinkedIn or content, they think there is a magic bullet. Oh, I could just turn on a button and then leads start coming in. It's like, no, you actually have to work. Like, you're not Gary Vee. Be a part of the process. Guess what Gary Vee did his first few years? He was in the weeds.
Absolutely.
All of the content. I'm sure he had someone helping film and stuff like that, but he was in the business.
He talks about it all the time. He's like, I was tweeting like till 3 a.m. to everyone that would tweet me. So I was like, wow. Yes. I
don't understand the mindset of like these entrepreneurs where it's like, if you don't have a massive company and you're like, oh, I'm too good to be in the weeds. It's like your business is going to fail.
Absolutely. It reminds me of people who kind of come in and they're like, you know what? This team that I hired isn't really working well for me. And I'm like, oh, why is that? Oh, they're creating videos or they're doing content, but it's not really getting any engagement. I'm like, well, did you give them any direction? Do you know what you want? What is your company's objective? What are you planning on getting out of this? Do you have a funnel?
Yes.
No, not really. I thought they would do it for me. And I'm like, they're not magicians. You still have to be involved as like, even people that come to you, I'm pretty sure your clients, you still want them to be involved in the process. Even though you're the expert, it's still their message. When you first started, what was your video creation system like? Like, just as like the beginner Alex, still working and then trying to pump out these videos for the 6 months that he didn't take a day off. What was your system like? What was your process like then? And how has it changed?
Well, it was very disorganized back then, right? So like, I created content. It was like, it'd be the night before I'm posting and I'm up until midnight, like trying to finish a video. In the beginning, I was editing all my own videos. Now I have people, obviously a team that does that, but it was just all over the place. There was no actual structure. There was no process. There was no, you have to have a way where ideas come in and then they come out one side of the process or the system, and then they come out the other side as ready to be posted content. And there's a lot that happens in the middle of that. We can go into that. But one of the toughest parts about creating content and having it actually work is staying consistent. That's the hardest part about creating content, staying consistent. Now, the way to fix that is actually quite simple. You create a process and a system, and you follow that workflow, and you automate things. Like, for example, I can take my raw video, dump it in a G drive, and it automatically creates a card in Trello, and the editor knows to go and pick that up. And when they're done, they move it over, and I just move the card a half a second is all it takes me, and it moves that card into a new folder or category, and then and that video automatically populates into my G drive where I want it to go. So you also need to have things like a content idea bank where you've got a list of ideas. So by the time you're ready to shoot, and hopefully you're batch recording, if you're creating content from scratch, you're recording 5 to 10 videos at a time, maybe once a week, twice a week, could even be once a month. It's really not the time. It's that people don't have a strategy and they don't have a system and a process that they can work every single day, every single week. And so it feels so overwhelming. Like, I don't have the ideas. I don't know how to shoot it. I don't know this. It's taking too much time. I'm a business owner. I'm like, I get it. So am I. Like, I have a team. I have clients. Like, I'm a dad. I have lots of things going on too. But the systems and processes, that's the key to staying successful with content. I was never like uncomfortable getting on camera. I will say that. Like, it's just me, right? I know some people do, but it's just for me, I was like, cool, like turn on the camera, let's roll. Right. And I think that's just my personality, but I made 10 to 12 videos on YouTube and then quit. And I quit because I didn't have a strategy. I didn't know what I was doing. I sent some of the videos out to prospects and clients hoping to convert. So I'd talk about things that were interesting to them. I would send it in an email. I would post it on YouTube, and then I'd get responses back. And so I remember one guy was like, please take me off your list. And I was like, you're not on a list, but I will definitely never send these to you again. And and I just got things like that. And I had some people that said, hey, I really like these videos, keep going. But then I got a little bit made fun of for it at corporate. They were like, oh, Alex is making these YouTube videos. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, who's laughing now, fool?
Yeah.
I
felt the same things. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my honest start. Like, and I quit. And then it was years later when I got back and I was like, this time I'm going all in, man. Like, I'm focused, I'm committed. I want to turn this into a business. And I never looked back. That was 2019 on LinkedIn. And, it's been a wild ride ever since. But there wasn't really a hesitation for me to get on video. Although, creating the unique style of videos that I was doing on LinkedIn early on, like the Wolf of LinkedIn instead of the Wolf of Wall Street. And I would do these crazy skit videos that like no one else was really doing. Right. And so like sometimes when I'd hit post, I'd be like, ooh, how's this I don't know how this is gonna land. We'll see about this. And I would sometimes ask myself, Alex, are you going a little too far here with this? Like, I remember doing my first sales versus marketing rap battle, and I was like, man, I'm in like a Dago T as the announcer, like, yo, it's sales versus marketing, da-da-da. And I'm like, this is going on LinkedIn. I'm like, is this going too far? How? And then people loved it. And they gave me the feedback, blew up, and people were like, you should do more of these. And so I think one of the keys to my success on LinkedIn and with content in general is just my willingness to put myself out there, not be afraid to fail, not be afraid to have a post do terrible and bomb, because I'm just going to take it and it's going to make me stronger. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to come back better than ever. And that will be a lesson.